I am Dr. Tammy Wenike Danagogo. I come from Abonima. It's in Akukutor local government area of Rivers State. I am a lawyer by profession. I've been a lawyer for the past about 23 years. I was called to the Nigerian bar in 1991 after qualifying from the Nigerian Law School, Lagos, with a second-class upper division. I had my first degree, my master's degree, and a PhD, all in law. I had my PhD from the University of Nigeria in Nsukka with specialization in disputes with human rights and dispute settlement. I had my national service in Lagos State 1991-92, where I cut my teeth in legal practice, and from 1992 to 2001, I was engaged in very active legal practice in Port Harcourt. In 2001, I was elected the state legal advisor of PDP in Rivers State. I served meritoriously in that position, and in 2004, I was again elected the executive chairman of my local government in Rivers State. I served out my 3-year tenure and then had a brief stint as a lecturer in the Faculty of Law at the Rivers State University. I was there when, in November 2007, I was appointed the Honorable Commissioner for Local Governments, Chieftaincy, and Community Affairs, Rivers State. I served in that capacity until 2011. And upon the re-election of my governor, His Excellency, Right Honorable Chibuike Rotimi Amechi, I was reappointed and reassigned to the Ministry of Urban Development and Physical Planning. I held that position until December 2013, when I resigned. Briefly, I want to say that I was at the threshold of going back to my profession as a lawyer and a lecturer when I had this noble call for national service. And I want to assure you that when confirmed by this distinguished Senate, I'll bring to bear upon my responsibilities as a minister an uncommon sense of dedication and patriotism. Thank you. Senator Idoko asked whether the statesmen and elders that will be at the Federal Executive Council, whether they will not intimidate me. Well, I must confess, naturally when you meet elders that are very wise with intimidating credentials and so on, they naturally will intimidate you. But you must have your say. You must try to have your way. You must try to relate with them. After all, here, standing before you, am I not intimidated? Standing before all these eminent personalities, I am intimidated. But, by the grace of God, I will try and make my case. That is the same thing I will do. That's the same thing I will do when I go before them there. I will want to say that, as a people, we need to place a lot of emphasis on certain aspects of our national life. Emphasis on economic planning, emphasis on physical planning, emphasis on change in group consciousness. We need change in group consciousness because a people begets her leadership. Until the people begin to change their orientation and how they see their leaders, they cannot get the kind of leadership they want. So we need change of leadership. We need to begin to build and strengthen institutions in this country. That's why when I started, I said, whenever I watch this Senate, I want to say that Nigeria that can survive without oil. A lot of countries that have little or nothing, they are surviving without oil. Singapore is an example. We have South Korea, we have Japan. So what we need to survive as a country is not just oil. Yes, oil is an advantage. It helps us to have resources to invest properly to develop. But with or without oil, we can survive as a country if we place emphasis on the right things. And when you say how will the South-South survive without oil, of course, just as you've almost answered, emphasis needs to be placed on those building blocks that will enable us survive even if the oil we now have is depleted. Areas like agriculture, which you mentioned, areas like education on a very serious note, so that we will begin to develop the aspects of our national life that will generate the necessary income we need. And of course, the aspects of technology, development, and so on and so forth. Thank you, sir.
Okay, is it the wish of distinguished senators that Danagogo should take a bow? Doctor.